Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we're playing a classic Dimir Control. I wanted to make something that is strong for laddering and enjoyable, and gives you this feeling of full control over the game with all the counter spells, and we are playing quite a lot of them, including Tishana Tidebinder that performed very nicely today. And the whole deck performed nicely. We were playing against very different decks, and I think you will like the results. So guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Really supports the channel and I'm really thankful for it. So yeah, I mean that's it. Let's go into games and have fun. Oh man, it's just turn 2. It feels like it's at least turn 4, man. Alright, so we definitely need to negate, because we might be forced to keep playing it very aggressively. Not sure what we want to get rid of. They probably, I think this is an analyst deck, right? It usually is when you see so many, hideouts. Which means he needs 6 mana to make the play. Otherwise he's risking the removal. Which means in turn that we probably can go Celestus. We'll see. I'll take the risk. I don't think he can punish it fully. And when we end up with Celestus, the game changes so much. I don't remember the types. I don't think it was human in any way. So probably Grasp is the... Oh no. Really, bro? You got Jace on curve? Are you serious? That's really bad. That was exactly the type of thing we wanted to avoid. So let's go with the Reef. Cycle one of the bad cards. Probably still Parasitic Grasp. We kinda like those lands. I mean, we can absolutely win, but it just got hard. You know what? Let's make this. Maybe that was a black card we wanted to exile. Maybe that was a mistake. Listen. I could exile go for the throat. And I will probably regret it, because he might play the analyst. Alright, let's go. Man, that's super risky play, but I really want this negate open. And I think we can survive the lack of value. We are kinda on the back foot, because I gambled on this, Celestus turn, because generally they don't really have cards to punish us. And I think he plays 1 or 2 Jaces most of the time. Really, bro? Come on. How much stuff can you have? Alright, this is not going great so far. However, if he... I mean, he main faced it, right? So we kinda have the next turn thanks to this. Alright, you know what? With Robber we can steal a lot of stuff from him. On the next turn he will play Analyst and he will have insane amount of mana. So that's something we need to remember. But then we go with the Robbery. Alright. And we say go. I think that we are really on the back foot, man. When he gets those lands, it will be what? 4 extra lands? 5. So he will be at 10 mana. Even more, because this is also doubled. But that means he cannot play it on this turn. And 4 extra cards from the Robber should be okay. Like, it will help a little bit. Just a good start. And let's see if that's some kind of weird counters. They generally shouldn't be playing it. I don't remember the full list. I don't think it had counterspells usually. Or maybe it did. Alright, Memory Deluge. That's a weird response, to be honest. I guess he wants to avoid counterspells. Alright. Alright. I don't really get value from this, huh? So I think we just go with Memory Deluge and try to go with Negate and some counterspells. We have some counterspells in the deck. If they go Analyst, Elf Detective, alright, so no human. I was correct. Nissa is not human as well. Man, there are no humans in this game. Alright, another one. Yeah, that seems like preparation for Analyst. And 6 mana, perfectly. Oh, he needs double green. He doesn't have it yet. Okay, so he has 6 mana, but the wrong one. Maybe he messed up, like he had so many choices. Thank you for participating. That helps a lot. And what do we do? I think we go Memory Deluge. It goes to his graveyard, which is kinda awkward. But at the same time, okay, those are the cards. See? We're getting there, slowly but surely. Oh boy. Oh man, this is a card. Man, I'm not sure if I know the right decision. It could be Analyst. Okay, let's play the land, that's for sure. Oh boy. He has 7 mana, right? So I can get rid of the Memory Deluges, right? We could go for Jace, but I think he plays one more in the whole deck. Without Analyst, he wouldn't take back all the lands, but he still has the Reclamation. So I think we actually go for Memory Deluge. I might really be wrong on this, but I will try. So 3. I guess we go like this. Yeah, Jace is tempting, but I think it's Memory Deluge. This will really handicap. Oh man, he had 1 in the hand as well. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess 3. I hope I didn't mess anything. Alright, 1 Jace. See, I told you, there's 1 Jace usually. Atraxa, Reclamation. Oh, Airtie. Airtie is sneaky. Alright, and what the hand is? Analyst. And nothing else, really. So he will get a lot of lands and a lot of life gain, but that's kinda it. If I play another spell, I flip. But if I play it, it just dies, so it doesn't really make sense. I think he will help me flip at some point. And having Negate can be nice. Alright, this is getting interesting. I can counter the next Jace. I didn't check for Counterspells, but I think it was only Airtie. Okay, 4. Good, 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 good. So he will get infinite mana, but we just took the card that gives him use for this mana. So now it's just Atraxa. And I think Atraxa is so slow that maybe we can steal all his stuff before he does it. Airtie will be scary. Sure. 1, 3. So we can force... Okay. One of the sweepers. I think he has 2. So we can use the cut down and force him to use the ability right now. Which honestly is pretty good. I like it. Not the biggest deal, but they generally don't like tapping out. Especially when we know that they could have drawn Airtie. And now it means that we can keep playing whatever we want. It will be a bit hard, like I probably won't play anything main phase, so it shouldn't make a huge deal. Or a huge difference. Maybe we go with Nessa. Nessa can be interesting, right? Because we get extra mana every time. But I guess he just invests 2 mana, and you know what? I have a lingering feeling that he will have a 2 spare mana. Don't ask me how I know, but I know it. I feel it in my heart. Oh man, this is so much. I'm kinda happy he doesn't have Memory Deluge. So now he only has those 2 cards. So we want to counter Jace, we want to avoid Airtie, and we want to play a huge robbery. Atraxa is kinda meh. So we need to draw our Jace and robbers faster than he draws Atraxa. We could also try to mill stuff with Reef, but it taps us super heavily, so I'm not super sure, and he has go for the throat. Not on every turn. But does it make a difference? It's 4 cards, right? 4 cards. Not sure, man. I'm honestly not sure. Is Sorin good enough? Like, it's 2 cards a turn. 2 cards a turn. And we still have a counterspell? That is very, very tempting. The robbery gets better over time, and this really helps. Especially that I... well, I honestly don't like hitting it. Right now our opponent knows exactly what's up. I know I don't need it. And that will be the second spell, so we can cycle Celestus. Oh, right, I forgot about this part of effect. I just milled all of my Memory Deluge, which is so kind of fine, honestly. We like the card, but it's okay in the graveyard as well. Especially with Sorin, like we should have enough card though. I really want to keep playing lands. Thank you. I wish I could play it. Because I think we... Oh, was this Mirex? It's all colors, so I guess we played it on this turn? Okay, I guess. It's hard to judge the situation when your opponent has, like, you know, infinite lands. Man, we have this one negate, just keeping us in the game. Alright. They can get it back in some ways. Like, they have Takenuma, you know. It could be a factor. But I don't super mind it because the life gain doesn't matter. And the amount of mana he has kinda doesn't matter as well. It's all a question of cards he has in the hand. And we removed the one thing that could use all the mana. Man, those cards is 44 mana. Yep. Yep. You got it, bro. You got it. If I draw even one card with Sorin, that's already pretty good. I'll draw one card with Sorin. I mean, that's pretty good. Alright, how do we do it?
Blood for knowledge.
How do we do it? I think we play the untapped land because there is a chance we won't be forced to play the tap land at all. 27. Like, he knows exactly what's going to happen. It's not possible he will kill me, right? He can go Takenuma. Like, he will start the cycle, but I hope we can break it. Alright, man, this is scary. We also cycle one of the cards. It could be Parasitic Grasp, it could be Shores, I'm not sure. Oh, this is huge card, man. I will risk with this one. This is not a bad card, because it can give us a lot of life gain, and there is a chance he will try to kill us with Slogurk. Hades, the reason. So far I like the game. This Jace was really, really brutal, but except that. Oh, so they will play a land, and they will get an elf or elemental. I honestly think we go with the Tidebinder right now. Well, I mean, this doesn't do much, right? By the way, if we draw double Jace, we win. Okay. I expected land that gets sacrificed, but right now they didn't really get the value. And they still probably want to hit Sorin. That's kinda scary because they exactly know about the robberies. So, and I cannot mill 11 cards. It's just 5, 7, I think. 3, 7. Yep. Alright, let's go. Let's get some Atraxas. If they counter it with Airtie, they only have one in the whole deck. Is that a pause that suggests they have it? It feels like it, right? Okay. I mean, we have lands, that's for sure. I could get some mana. Do I want to go with Atraxa? I think she's pretty strong here. I think this is what we do. I don't have any lands, right? Just make only Reef. It's not worth it. Okay, okay. Don't forget everything goes to his graveyard. We still have Negate. And the Tidebinder. I think this is pretty okay. They can go for a sweeper, but I still get the value. And that also gives me probably Jace to win the game on the next turn. Alright, Planeswalker. Instant. Untapped land. And a sweeper. That's everything. Oh, a creature! Oh my god, I play creatures in this deck. That's kinda crazy. And honestly, I don't think we need... Thank you, Sorin, for your service. You are a vampire right now. We do it because I win on the next turn, kinda. I just need to survive this turn. Man, I really enjoyed this one. Like, we absolutely overpowered them so far. Man, this one, Deadly Cover-Up on Memory Deluge was such a game winner. They have infinite mana, but they cannot use it on anything. Okay, we go with Shores if I have to discard. I have 9 cards, man. So it's Shores and the Tidebinder. I mean, sure, right? It doesn't matter. They can go for some weird shenanigans, like killing their own Slogurk. Moment. I want a land for... I will discard this because they've seen it. And I want them to be surprised with the second one. They will think I misidentified the situation. Alright, so they can get the thing. I think we just play this. Then they cannot do anything. Well, they can play big Path of Peril for 6 mana. Then they will get Slogurk lands. Then they can spend 4 for Tekenuma and play Slogurk. I think it's too slow. I think it's too slow. So thanks to this, we don't really allow them to get an extra cards. I just want to keep them at 1 card. And they have 18. So next turn it's land, Jace, and Robbery, and he's out. So he needs to kill us in this turn, and he has he's nowhere close to this. Okay. I think they wanted us to kill it, because then they don't need to pay so much mana. Alright. Please don't move. I can also attack with the Reef, but it's I guess it's the same. So we go Jace. 50. Man, I love it. That was so fun. I'm so happy we won. Man, I think that was pretty masterfully done, especially that we started the game with him playing Jace when I risked that he doesn't have Jace. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this one. On the play we won't be answered to counter, but he has no mountain, so no Gleeful Demolition. That means we have a little bit more time. You know, nearly dying after playing 1 land. The classic. Alright, so what do? We definitely want to go into Deadly Cover-Up. And we want to interrupt as much as possible. So they will scry with those 3. So that's a free scry basically. But it saves our Make Disappear, which can be used for Knight of Eos. Yep, you will click them. As every game. Cool. There's no point in reacting to it, they still get the scry. So it's better to not show that you have a removal. Sometimes it can make a difference. Alright. However, we only get dealt 2 damage a turn, and we are trying to get into this cooler part of the game. Is that Jace moment? Probably not yet. Probably not yet. We have time. Also, we can play better Jace on the next turn. Our opponent wants to guide some reaction. He knows that there is a chance for a counter spell. Let's honk him. And that's a result reinforcements, right? So we cannot kinda tap out on this turn. This could be interesting. Alright, I kinda like this play. Not sure if we counter it, to be honest. I don't think we do. Also, if they go Knight of Chaos, which is very possible, we can just Tidebind it. That is basically a full counter spell if we want to, you know, sweep on the next turn. We can also go Robbery to hit a land for the next turn. And that's generally my idea. Let's see, Knight of Chaos. So do we give him cards? That's an interesting choice, right? We cannot counter it. So we can negate 2 cards. I mean, it's not bad. However, then we are not guaranteed to hit our stuff. Then what we do? We can go for the throat on the next turn. And we have a blocker. Yeah, I think we can go for it. Or we could get Deadly Cover Up, right? But I like his board kinda negated a little bit. Also, it's better for blocking on the next turns. And it's a good way to get good value from Tidebinder. You know, we can just draw a land and solve the problem this way. Alright, so they will kill it. I mean, I guess why not, right? So, do we do the thing? I mean, we probably do. I would love to just get evidence on this one. But I think we just kill it. This will slow him down so much that we should be able to just go card for card. Maybe he plays an ant and draws 2 clues. That would be interesting. Alright, here comes the first one. Maybe he wants to hit the land for the next one. Alright, second one. I still think we need as much mana as possible. And we probably want to go with Jace, right? Because we can use those two then to react. And that means we can start drawing cards and get card advantage. Well, you didn't open with the instant win combo, and man, his lands must be super off. Alright. I think he went way too hard on white color, because it's not normal that you can only draw this part, and it seems that he didn't have like balanced lands, to be honest. But still, we did it. Alright, he's a control player. So, that's some respect from the start. So let's see what the players. Alright guys, we survived the part of the game that is never comfortable, being on the draw with Counterspell. Alright, that's a nice one. With Make Disappear we can negate his big play. They have Emperors. Oh, it's Jeskai. Okay. By the way, I don't have removal, so this might be very, very awkward soon. So we probably go with Memory Deluge. I'm not sure, man, it won't be easy. Because they can just wait and get all the good stuff and go around Make Disappear, and they have a little bit better counter spells. If I go Memory Deluge, they go No More Lies, and it doesn't feel great, guys. It doesn't feel great. If I go this, they play the Emperor. I don't really like it. And I don't have great plays here. Do we really go with like Mirex? I mean, it's not the worst. I could go with Celestus. Celestus is nice as well. But I think on this turn it's better because we can chain Make Disappear with Tidebinder. Alright, I expected something at the end step. So I mean, if I tap, they will play the Emperor, right? And then what? I want to play this because it's more scary. And when he goes for the Emperor, it's not as, you know, free value. Alright, good. That's extremely good card for the matchup. So, you know, it will happen one way or the other. Another one? I think they have it. I also have another Celestus, so it's fine. Alright, that's pretty huge. If we can set up with those cards, like, we have really good cards, man. But we need to survive his, you know, control on onslaught. Goose, you need to give me some strength. That sounded weird. And some counterspells. So, I mean, our duo is decent. We are a little bit short on lands. We don't want to fall behind, so that's why Celestus is also very important. However, they can destroy it at some point during the game. Here we go. That's really tempting, isn't it? But we can just play another one. So what do we get if we counter it? Some tempo. Like, we could go with Sorin then. And if Sorin draws a land, we can Dissipate. Okay, it might be a huge blunder, but I will go for it. I'm not super sure about this play, but we have a lot of value. Perfect, thank you deck, you are the best. Because that means, and you want to get mana from Celestus because they have proven that they can go around it. Why are you tapping like this? Black, blue, blue. Right? This is the play. Well, I guess so. Still, let's go for this. Alright, this is a good start. They can go with Anchorages, but we will draw some cards before that. And it's super slow, and they will be tapped, so they don't want it. If they go for some huge play, I can Dissipate it. So we are safe from the big stuff. Alright, you got it. Not super happy about this one, but, you know, it is what it is. We still have a lot of control tools. Listen, I like Memory Deluge, but there's a limit. There's a limit to it. I have 4 and 3, so I can Memory Deluge into Counterspell. I'm a little bit scared of those Anchorages. I generally can kill them, but I'm not sure if I won't be too slow. Memory Deluge are great, but I need moment to play them. Nope. Yep. Alright. Okay, this is a pretty big turn. He wants to do something. 1, 2, so he can activate 1 only. Like, attack with 1. I have instance, so I don't need to bluff the priority. Oh man, I really hope he doesn't go for the Anchorage play. Alright. Because I can keep bombarding him with Memory Deluge, and at some point he won't have enough counterspells. And I can pay 3, so that's also pretty huge. Okay. Takenuma can be important. Let's take it. Okay, that's good. That answers Anchorage already. And it means that we can keep playing lands. So fine by me. Fine by me. And we have 2 counterspells, right? Did we draw another memory? Come on, man. I mean, this is a good card, but I don't need exactly 44 mana of value right now, you know? I mean, we will go like this. It might be a bit sketchy. No reason not to. And I don't need full control. I trust you, Tapper. Did I press resolve all? I mean, I hope I will get the priority to target the ability. Okay, thank you. So even if they kill it in response, I still get the trigger. Sure. And that means, how much mana do I... Oh, I cannot exile anything. But they will go with the Samurai, right? That means we need 2 mana to answer the Emperor. 2 mana and the Counterspell. Alright. That's fine. Negating first samurai is already pretty huge. They could go with the bird. Okay, good, that helps.
May your blades
Because 2 mana for Planeswalker removal is very, very cheap. I could also just kill this and go with Mirex, but if they answer with anything, we are in a pretty bad spot. I think we go like this. Bruh, you can play yours. Like, we will fight on this, you know, on the value side. Yeah, like, I don't have good... Okay, that's actually fine. I need to draw those counterspells out. Because look at my value, man. Like, I have absolute value overload right now. I will play like this. Alright. Man, those anchorages are super scary. Like, no joke. I don't have answers to them. I think I might be forced to go for Robbery because it's just more efficient mana-wise. 2 no more lies already out. Well. Please don't counter it. Be a good person, don't counter it, please. Alright, that's huge. That's huge, man. We are in the game now. 2 damage, sure, bro. See, we are getting there. And now we go for another value card, because we are good at Magic and we drew all of them. I will still take Make Disappear. Do I win? Not yet. Not yet. I kinda won the cards. 3, 6. I could go for 6 mana. I think if we go like this, it should be fine, right? Correct. Okay. I like what I see. We have Field of Ruin, but let's not show it yet. The map tokens can be useful for him, especially if he hits Memory Deluge, he can just get it into graveyard. And guys, like his huge plan was Zurga and Ujjatai. Man, I'll be honest, we drew so heavy value, like it's probably the highest value draw I have ever had in Control against Control. 4 Memory Deluge, Jaces, so many counter spells, and you can see that we can absolutely suffocate him with, you know, our overwhelming value. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed today's games. I'm pretty proud of them, and with the deck, it performed better than I expected. We won all of the games, we played only those that you have seen, but all of them were in a row and we won every single one of them. And honestly, I think this deck should be pretty solid. This is the kind of deck that kinda has everything. It has counter spells, it has all the life gain, and Dimir has a problem with life gain usually, because you don't have the Emperor, you don't have Reverse, this kind of stuff, so that's why we, you know, supplemented with Celestus, Sorin, Parasitic Grasp and March. You have seen that March can be so crucial, even sometimes exiling those extra cards is so important, especially that you play counter spells, so sometimes playing 2 things in 1 turn for like 3 or 4 mana is game deciding, because then you can start keeping, you know, all the counter spells. Sometimes you're just this 1 turn behind and it's worth extra card. So I really enjoyed this one, and thanks to Jace and Robbery, you're very decisive at closing the games. You also have the Reef. You can see how quickly games ended, because we never really used Mirex. It was never important. We just can overpower our opponent just by exiling his library. Not really exiling, but you get the idea. Well, I guess we can exile. And with the Robbery, we have so many plays against Control. I think this deck really challenges most of the Control decks super heavily, because we have more value than usually, and we have more devastating plays than usually. Even our Sweeper needs a counter spell. So they kind of need to counter everything in this deck. Like, honestly, and we still have triple Mirex because I expected this might be a hard matchup. In reality, it seems that it's one of the easiest ones, and we still perform very nicely against all the aggro decks. Just because of the amount of life gain. I went a bit hard with the grasps, but we also went hard with the counterspells. So I think this is the kind of play you need to do to make deck more solid against those kind of quick matchups. And Parasitic Grasp is a really nice addition against cards like Shortets, geeks, or like the 3-mana geeks, all this stuff. That's why we have go for the frauds. I mean, the 3-drop can still be answered with Parasitic Grasp, so it's not the worst. But for the Shortet, you need big caliber of removal. Parasitic Grasp is probably like the weakest against Shortet. So every time you put it into the deck, you want to make sure that you can kill Shortet. And we have 4 here, 3 here, and 2 here. So that should be absolutely enough. You can always counter Shortet with the Tidebinder. Don't forget, you can counter the ability. It loses the Death Touch, I believe, as well. All the abilities. And suddenly it's just 4 mana for 5. So yeah, deck performed nicely. It was really enjoyable. I really miss playing Dimir, so if you are like me, this should work. And basically, I hope you guys will enjoy the deck as much as I did. I'm really tired, so I'm going sleep, and see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you for watching.